Chains. The first metal chain was used as early as 225 BC. In the 16th century, Leonardo da Vinci made sketches of what appeared to be the first steel chain. Since then, chains are used to either keep someone out or keep someone in. They weigh you down, they anchor you in place and keep you from moving forward. They bar your doors, or they just plain keep you prisoner. But one chain is designed to do the exact opposite. This chain sets you free. Keeping your chain clean and well maintained is key to the longevity of your motorcycle. Paying someone to service your chain can be expensive because typical service intervals are between 300 and 500 miles. And if you're an iron butt badass laying down mad miles, you should know how to do this yourself anyway. For this, you'll need an 8mm socket or box wrench, a 4mm hex driver, 12mm, 14mm, and 17mm box wrenches. A chain cleaner such as Kerosene or Maxima Cleanup, and a lubricant. We will use the Maxima products that include Cleanup, which is an emulsion type cleaner that removes dirt and grime from chains and washes out with water. MPPL, multi-purpose penetrating lube. Come on now, we're all adults here. The jokes are very low-hanging fruit and quite frankly beneath us. Provides an excellent barrier against rust and corrosion and is an excellent moisture displacer. And ChainWax, which is a paraffin formula that penetrates and sets as a soft waxy film. You'll also need a chain brush and shop towels. This is a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. There are several types of chains. Some are sealed, some are not. Generally, modern motorcycles use sealed chains, which use rubber X-rings or O-rings in the links to trap lubricant. Even if you have a sealed chain, it is essential to clean it to ensure its longevity and health. Use the 8mm socket to remove the bolt to the front sprocket cover. The bottom bolt will require using a box wrench since it is behind the foot peg. Using the 4mm hex driver, remove the 2 bolts securing the rear mudguard. It is recommended to use a rear stand, such as a pit bull or trackside stand, to keep the back wheel off the ground and to keep the bike level. Using the chain cleaner, spray the chain liberally. Roll the tire so the chain is fully coated. Next, scrub the chain using the brush. Be sure to rotate the brush to get all sides of the chain. Repeat those steps, spraying and brushing the chain until it is fully clean. Aerosol cleaners can produce fumes, so be sure to work in a well-ventilated area so you don't pass out like a little bitch. Use a rag to wipe the excess cleaner and to get in hard-to-reach places that require wiping to fully clean. Mr. Clean is tough on dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and every room that's in it. Once the chain is clean, use the multi-purpose penetrating lubricant to penetrate lubricant into the chain. Spray the chain generously with the multi-purpose penetrating lubricant. Use a shop rag to wipe off excess. Finally, use the chain wax to put a final lubricating coat. This paraffin wax solution will adhere to the chain and resist flying off as the wheel spins. Generally, you want to block the cleaner and lubricant from getting on the tire. This can cause the tire to be slippery, which will reduce traction. Use a piece of cardboard to block the spray and use a degreaser to clean the rim and tire where overspray occurred. Ride carefully until the tires are scrubbed in. I totally should have used some cardboard. I made a mess of this tire. Finally, you may need to adjust the tension on your chain. On the Z125 Pro, use the 14mm box wrench and the 17mm box wrench to loosen the outer nuts of the swing arm. You do not need to remove them, just loosen them. Using the 12mm box wrench, loosen the swing arm nut to give room for tension adjustment. I'm just going to use my fingers. Then use the 14mm box wrench to tighten the inner nut, which tightens the tension on the chain. Check the label on the swing arm for the chain tension adjustment information. This will give you the amount of chain slack required for proper tension. Once the proper tension is achieved, tighten the outside nut to lock the tension into place. Take note of marked lines on the swing arm. You will then match this marking on the opposite side. Use the same procedure to pull the tension marker to the matching mark. In this case, it is the second mark from the back. Retighten the swing arm nuts. Your chain is now clean. What was once a tool used by enslavers is now the tool used by the free. Free to explore, free to roam, free to rock.